Okay, so one of my favorite things about our community of people is that we do not run short of ideas. Ever. We can make almost any time a good time. We can make anything go. We can step into any space, opportunity, whatever. Whatever that's not given, and create a dissertation on what would have made it pop. Threads is ripping up Essence Fest right now. And shout out to the creators, because it takes a lot to keep doing something bigger and better every year and be visible enough for critique, but we can refine anything to chef's kiss perfection. And I want to warn you, friends, not to turn that same energy onto ourselves. If you got dope stuff that's just sitting in the draft, if you struggle with a hyperfixation on healing and improving, imposter syndrome, or you have a loud inner critic, this one is for you. If you are me, this one is for you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Divergent Dreamer podcast. This is for the creatives, non-linear thinkers, and the ones who fill the world with color. You listening right now is a dream come true. And if you want to build, create, and thrive on your own terms, stay tapped in, take a breath, get comfortable, and let's explore what it means to dream divergently. This hyperfixation on fixing and improving yourself is not the vibe all the time. As there is with everything, there's a limit and a balance. Who enjoys that friend who is always complaining and can never have a good time because they're always overanalyzing and critiquing every aspect of the play? Like, just enjoy yourself. That's sometimes what we do to ourselves. And don't hear me wrong, because I am a firm believer in self-awareness. I think it's essential. And if you're not self-aware, please do the world around you a favor and work on that for real. No one loves when someone is completely oblivious to how they show up. Being able to see your flaws and understand the ripple effects of what you do and what you say is essential to accountability, essential to change, and to be honest, just being a good human being for real. Taken too far though, you can absolutely weaponize self-awareness against yourself. You can be so hyper-aware that you shrink, overthink, and stop living because of analysis or paralysis or whatever. If you can relate to being so deep in your own thoughts that you never move, or on the opposite end of that spectrum, never feeling like you can rest because more can always be done, I want to say up front, you are allowed to put the microscope down, friend. Nothing you find wrong with yourself disqualifies you from what you're longing for and want out of life, or even being proud of yourself. You are enough right now. You are more than worthy of being proud of yourself and showing up as you are right now. I know that I struggle, and I can't be the only one that struggles with this hyper level of self-awareness, but it is for sure a trap. And I'm going to tell you 3 ways it can show up. And then in part 2, I'm going to tell you some ways to shut it down. Because if we do not shut it down, we can really stay stuck in our own head. And it just costs us way too much. It costs us confidence and belief. It costs us momentum. And sometimes it even costs us opportunities because we don't go after it, even though we're more than ready for it. There are people out here who have half the talent, half the skill, half the experience, but are out here living the life we want and getting the opportunities that we want, that we were well overqualified for. So why we didn't go after it? So to expose it for what it is, hyper self-awareness is one of the biggest triggers of imposter syndrome. That's the first trap. When you're critically aware of everything that needs work internally, it gets confusing when things really start to work out. When the inner critic shows up and starts whispering that you don't really know what you're doing, that you didn't really do enough to get here, when the doors start opening and people keep affirming and recommending you, you keep bracing yourself to be exposed as a fraud. And I think that's scary because we see so many frauds every single day that do half of what we do but get the double. And we don't want it to be like that. We actually want to earn our own spot. I know I do. Let me tell you, you ain't perfect, but you definitely earned your spot, all right? So don't push those compliments away. Even if you embellished a little bit, be proud of yourself for what you've accomplished this far. If imposter syndrome has gotten to a point where it causes you to doubt your right to even have the idea or the opportunity, it's gone way too far, because that's where we begin to erode trust in our own instincts and our intuition. We have to believe that we deserve it. We have to believe that we belong. That kind of belief is what we need to succeed. That kind of belief helps us to empty the clip and let loose those gold mines from the iPhone notes and drafts. Number 2, and it's very akin to imposter syndrome, which is the not enough syndrome. I don't know. It's just so hard to be proud of yourself, but in a different way than imposter syndrome, because it's this constant awareness of what you didn't get to do, what else you could have done, or what else you could have been for the moment. You're always feeling like you actually didn't do enough, show up enough, nothing is enough. You find yourself saying, yeah, this outcome is cool, the final product is dope, but if I really got to do what I wanted to do, it would be banging right now, it would be hidden right now, it would be popping right now. Let me tell you something. This inner critic never measures what we've done against our true actual capacity. It doesn't consider all else that we're responsible for, what else is changing in our lives, the political attack on our welfare and on our bodies and what's happening in the world around us. That's all taking up mental capacity. We don't have unlimited time and unlimited energy. That's just the reality. So be proud of what you've done, because you've done a lot and you've navigated a lot. And you need to hear that. Next, I think I'm at 3, is always policing yourself, second guessing yourself, asking, did I say this right? Did I do this right? Did I over-explain? Did I repeat myself too much? Did I offend this person? Just trying to make sure you get everything right and policing yourself and every idea that you have into perfection. And perfection is a myth. All this over-editing, rehearsing, mulling over every single word, every post, everything you share and say is not going to make it perfect. All it's going to do is have you edit out your edge, your personality, your image, and everything that makes you you. It's going to be gone, everything. And that leaves no one the opportunity to get to know you for you, no one the opportunity to love you or your work. And for what it's worth, you and your work is worthy of being loved and appreciated and celebrated. We need the opportunity to connect and resonate with you. And we can't do that if you've edited out everything that makes you you, which actually leads me to another one. So this is going to be a bonus, but rejection is harder to bounce back from. With this hyperfixation, it's so easy to convince yourself that you actually deserve being rejected. You deserve not getting the opportunity. You deserve what you lost because you've already clocked everything inside of you that needs improvement. You've clocked every inconsistency, every imperfection, every flaw. You're very acquainted with every single piece of you that is not where you want it to be. So when someone or something doesn't fall through, what sucks is that it feels like confirmation of everything that inner critic has already been yapping about. It feels like this justification for it. And you really start to believe that the loss or whatever you didn't get makes sense, because deep down, you were already questioning whether or not you were worthy enough for the opportunity. And I just want to say you absolutely are. If you weren't, it wouldn't have came to you in the first place. And if it didn't work out, it showed up to help you prepare for the something better that's on the way and already has your name on it. There's a real thin line between this healthy self-awareness that allows you to improve and be responsible and take accountability and change. But then there's this hyperfixation that stops us in our tracks, that causes us to second guess ourselves. And we really have to consider where we are on that spectrum. I love the fact that awareness offers us this opportunity to improve and for us to be accountable, but it should never come at the expense of being proud of what you've done and who you are and freely expressing yourself into your creativity. Part 2 is where I discuss the tools that will help us to shut down this hyperfixation and hyper levels of self-awareness. We appreciate you for tapping in. If this episode resonated with you, do me a favor, rate and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, don't hesitate to buy me a coffee. The link is in the show notes. We really can't do this without you. So keep dreaming, keep creating, and keep thriving. Until next time, y'all.